Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the First Chapter with Olivia
Yolanda.
and we are here with our special guest, our threesome with the mostsome is Carmen Johnson Bell. Welcome, Carmen. So today's topic is about friendship. And it is friendship after 50. So if you guys didn't know, as beautiful as we are all 50 years old. And you will never know that because black don't crack. And we take good care of ourselves. But we're also talking about longevity of friendships and celebrating that, which we're going to talk about because we are celebrating a long time, and navigating any type of betrayals that have happened in our friendships or even in our lives, period. So, see my girl. So are you okay over there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I am going to be the moderator today. So I'm so excited because I get to pick my friends' brains. But before I pick their brains, I'm going to do a quick how we met story. So Jolana and I are going to do this because Carmen, she keeps mixing up certain things. So we're gonna go through. So in high school, Jolanda and I met um at an event called Top Teens of America. We were at a conference and we met. We were sitting in the hallway, just being ourselves because we were bored and everything was going on and we didn't want to go to it. After that, then I went down to Chicago because I actually started talking to a young man who was part of Top Teens of America, who actually me and Jolanda laugh about to this day still, that she also dated. And he's still our friend today.
Mhm.
And that's how I met Carmen at that dance. So, Jolanda, would you like to elaborate any more?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
it's
that's how
pretty
we all met.
simple.
Nice and simple. That's how we met. And now at 50 plus, going on 50 plus, we are still together, the threesome. It used to be a foursome, but we'll talk about that later. Threesome, and we are going to start, and I am going to start with putting it up to the floor to my girls. And the first thing I am going to ask them is, what does friendship mean to you? I'm going to start with Carmen. What does friendship mean to you?
My definition of friendship would be um, compatibility and loyalty. Those are the perfect combination of friendship to me.
Hmm.
I mean, if you don't, if you have nothing in common with your friend, how can you even have that longevity? And friendship means that you are with believe that is, what it really truly means to me.
Okay. My turn.
Hmm.
For me, friendship is a safe place. Um, Longevity would be nice, but sometimes you don't have longevity depending on circumstances. But a friendship should always be a safe place, someplace where even if you disagree and you fall out for a little bit, it's still safe. How about you, Olivia?
So I agree with both of them. Um, with both of those things, I definitely believe that friendship also is a place of true sisterhood. Um, and we all have, as you know, I have twin sisters that are younger. Carmen has older sisters. Jolanda is the only child. But for me, it's sisterhood. Also because being friends is great, but sisterhood is there's like this underlying tie, this bond that we have. Like Jolanda said, even if we fall out, we still come back together. Even if we feel like we can't talk to other people, this is a safe place to be at. So I definitely believe that sisterhood piece for a friendship is very important for me. All right, next question. What is, this one's a little bit going into it. So, what are the things you look for in a friend?
Mm, I'll answer
You
that. I'll go first.
Okay.
Um, I never looked for anything in a friend. Just if I meet you and we connect and we continue to connect, if that works for me, I don't search for a specific thing because I used to look for specific things, and all those people are no longer here.
Mm.
So I don't look for anything. And I know people will probably hear that and be like, well, then how do you know that they're your friend? I just know. So, but next.
I would agree with that. I never really even thought, even when it came to you all, I think it was more of a spiritual or kindred spirit type of connection more than I was looking for these specific qualities in a friend. I don't even do it as an adult now, because I am a very outgoing and kind of friendly person. So I will, befriend anybody, but will it last? You know, but I think it's that, spirit, a spiritual connection that just happens.
So for me, uh, I will say back in the day, I did not look for any specific type or qualifications to be my friend. I will say though, now I do. I definitely look for someone who is, as Carmen said, have some similar or even just spiritual connection with. I also look to see, do we have the same uh interest too? Because a lot of times, like, you can meet somebody, yeah, say for example, I meet somebody at yoga, we're good to go. We try to do something afterwards. We weren't compatible. We just like to do yoga. Like, we're not friends then. We're just acquaintances at yoga. So I do have, those are my two things. So compatibility, and which is spiritual, and also things that we do that we like together. So, all right. So, next, what are some red flags in friendships that you are like, mm-mm.
I could give you one right off the top.
Okay, what's on?
If you are putting in more to be that person's friend than they are to be your friend,
Mm.
that is a red flag that, you may consider it a friendship and they might consider it an acquaintanceship. So it's the effort. To be friends, it should be a 50-50 effort into that relationship. And I think that goes with other relationships as well. But it has to be a equal effort to be friends. So if that is not there, to me, that's a red flag.
Mm, I like that one. Now I gotta come up with something else. Um, Inflexibility.
Mm.
In friendship, sometimes it can't always be about you. Sometimes you have to step back and say, well, it's not my day. It's about someone else today. Today, I'm playing a supporting role. Like, I can't always be the main character. And if you find people who always have to be the main character, they can never fall back in support. It always has to be their way. You always have to do what they want to do. You can never do what you want to do. That's an issue. And I think that's a huge red flag. Trust,
Wow. Huh?
trust,
Trust. Yes,
trust,
definitely.
Can't trust them.
trust. Um, yeah, trust. Trust is a big one.
Or
And
being used, if you're being used. You know what I'm saying? If everything they come to you with taking whatever your resources, or I mean, even if it's draining from your cup, it's always something that they need. They're just it's never you're filling their cup, but they're never filling your cup. You know what I mean? It's
mhm,
just being used all the time.
mhm.
That's a red flag.
I think we're about to go on a tangent here. Um, and spiritually down that filling cup thing, the energy vampires. I should not be tired when I leave you unless you're going through something and I'm there to support you. But if it's every time I talk to you, I get off like, oh my Lord, I'm tired. That's a problem.
Yeah.
You should have some joy. Like today, I was tired. I was not feeling it. I'm already excited just looking at you guys' face. I'm like, okay, I got life, you know? Yeah, so definitely that what you call it?
What
Not filling the cup, not filling
not
the cup.
feeling not feeling
Mhm.
like that. Or another thing is uh I guess it would go with that what you say energy vampire and being negative, you know,
Constantly,
constantly being negative.
constantly negative. Yes, I've
Everything,
seen that.
you call them upbeat and like, hey girl, what's going on? How's your day? I had a pretty good day. The girl, I can't stand these people. Oh, they blah,
Hmm.
blah, blah. Just don't have can't be positive for nothing.
Mm-mm.
Nothing ever seems to go right. You know,
Mm-mm.
as much as you could possibly help them put a positive spin on their negative situation, they could never see the positive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw in there what Jolanda said about having a real friendship, which is having that safe space,
Oh,
thinking that you have the safe space with someone, and then they flip it on you or do something where you thought you were giving having a safe space and they share it with other people.
I was just about to say, or telling your secrets.
You
So safe place for me, safe place is like that one is the biggest red flag for me.
Yeah,
can't have that done, can you? No,
I
exactly.
think we have just started digging up some stuff.
I know, right? Because I know
Hmm.
very, very strongly about that. The three of us about don't tell my stuff, but we know that I think we made that pact that if every one of us go, girl, you know where everything is. Go get rid of
Go get it. Go get it. Go get it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah. You don't even have to come to my funeral service. Just go get my stuff.
exactly. Go get it. You know where it is.
And you know the passwords,
Exactly.
which we got to share that. So we do have that.
Yeah, we
Uh,
haven't shared passwords.
that brings us into some other things. And since we started talking about that, longevity. Like, why do you think our relationship has lasted as long as it has? Because most relationships, and I could even say marriages and things like that, haven't lasted as long as we've lasted together as a group. Now, we've had our ups and downs, but what do you think about longevity in a friendship?
We worked at it.
That is one thing. We did work at it.
We worked at it. It's been times. Um, I don't know if we have published this one yet, but Olivia and I had discussed we didn't talk for 2 years. It's been times I didn't talk to Carmen for hell, it felt like 2 years. It might not have been that long in a sequential order of 2 years. It's been times they haven't that neither one of them have spoken to me because we all have lives, we all have families, we have careers, we have a lot of things going on. We got parents, we got all these things. So sometimes you have to step back and you don't have time to cultivate your friendship, but we did the work. And so if one of us says, hey, what the hell's going on? Why are you not talking to me? Hello, I'm still here. somebody will respond and say, "Oh, you know what? Okay, let's get it back together. Let's call every Monday like we're supposed to be doing. Let's call every Monday and check in on each other. Let's do something." We literally take the time to work at keeping the sisterhood.
And I also believe that it's genuine.
Mm.
You know, we genuinely care for each other.
Yep, even when I don't like you, I love you.
Exactly.
Mhm. That's a true statement. Yeah.
It is, you know? And so when you have that genuine love, that genuine connection, um, it is a piece of you that's missing when
Mm.
you're not there. You know, you look around and like, okay, I got this, I'm doing this. Wait a minute.
Mm.
Where are my girls? Where's Yolanda? Where's Olivia? You know,
Yeah.
share this with them. So
Mm.
there's there's that genuine connection. So that's what, through everything, what I mean, through boyfriends and husbands and children and
Jobs and
jobs and other
yeah,
friendships, what I'm saying,
yeah.
other relationships,
Yeah.
we've managed to keep our connection because it is genuine.
Yeah. And I can speak for myself. I'm going to kind of speak for you guys, but not really because I'm not you. I think something else that helps with the longevity is we don't get jealous if the other has other friends. Like, you ever seen friendship circles where it's like you can't have another friend that I'm not attached to. I'm like, that's not reality. We cannot be everything for each other. Sometimes, like you said, you have a yoga acquaintance. Sometimes you need your yoga friend. I had a karaoke friend. Carmen had belly dancing friend. You have to have other outlets, or else you burn each other out, and that's forced. It shouldn't be. Friendship shouldn't be forced. It
Hmm.
shouldn't be forced.
Right. And if the friendship is genuine, and I'm going to speak for myself because this is how fiercely I feel about the two of you all. If the friendship is genuine, I don't care how many other friends you
Mhm.
have. I know
Shut up. Girl, you sound like Olivia.
I'm number one. So anybody behind
I'm
me,
number one on the call sheet. I'm number one in the draft. I'm number one in all of it.
I'm number one. So there's no need for me to feel jealous. There's
Yeah.
no need to say, oh, you can't be friends with this person or blah, 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 blah. No, I'm confident in my position.
Mm,
So I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm fine. My friends can have friends because I'm number one.
that's healthy, except for that number one thing, but I get what you mean because I'm like that too. Like, you can talk to whoever the hell you want to talk to, but when I call, you better pick up the phone
You know,
or
when
call me back
when it's
immediately.
time to roll out, I know who you calling. I know you.
Right.
I know I'm number one. So
So I am gonna agree with both of you. I'm gonna say for my own personal, that for me took me a while to release the fact that my friends have other friends. It's just me. Um, Only because for me, it wasn't that I saw something in other people, which I felt that my friends would get hurt. It made me upset. So for me, it was more of protection why I didn't want my friends to have other friends versus saying I'm number one. That's what I felt. So through that, going into my next part of longevity for me is making sure that we worked on ourselves. We all have developed ourselves to where we are now. We were all
Mm,
young girls when we met. We were young girls. We had children. We got married. We lost parents. Like, we went through a lot. So self-development is one of those things that has to happen in any relationship, but in
mm,
a friendship, it's so vital because if you don't have that self-awareness, like Carmen says, being number one, having that self-awareness, you can't have a true friendship because if you don't know that it's okay for Carmen to go to belly dancing or Jolanda to go to Pilates and then go out to karaoke with her friend, and like, then what the hell's wrong with you? Like, so having that self-awareness and knowing that your friends, regardless, if I called and said, yo, we got to roll out because we about to do some things,
Oh, I'm on the way.
like Kevin Hart said, your bullshit is my bullshit, and my bullshit is your bullshit. When you signed up, it's all about the bullshit.
This right here. This is what it calls for. This is here's the rubric on being. This is right here. So
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
So, but that said, with longevity and the things that we've done and all of our red flags, how does betrayal play into friendships? How did you deal with betrayal in your friendship? So we can talk about the betrayal that happened in our group, or even with betrayals that happened in other friendships outside of our group. So whoever wants to go first.
Well, they're not here. That's how I dealt with it.
let's
Yolanda, you don't have to, like, can we talk about it though? Because
Okay.
that's what we're supposed to do. Talk about it. They're not here. See, this is what I'm talking about, people. This is the friend. Like, they're not here. We gotta
right.
talk
Not here. But let's just say that again, Olivia, you stated before that our friendship, it wasn't just the three of us. It wasn't a triad. It was a triangle. Well, not triad. It was a
It was a square. Four square.
Foursome.
keep making the shape. It was a foursome. And uh how do I put this? I, if I felt betrayed, because I have never really explored that particular emotion.
Mm.
I don't know if I equate betrayal with disappointment. You know what I'm saying? Or
Mm.
or rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay, so
More than so when this person that had been with us just as long as we've been together.
Yeah, she was about a year. As far as the three of us, she was about a year behind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um I look back on it and I see that one of the red flags that we should have really saw is that we forced it.
Yeah, it always had to be her way. That's
Yeah.
why I made that statement.
Yeah, exactly. It had to be a certain way. It was always forcing the inclusion. It was forcing, you know what I'm saying? It was letting, trying to tell some person, "Hey, I'm your friend. I'm your friend. I'm your friend." You know, but as time went on, it just got tedious. And the more it got tedious, the more it came out that she was pitting us against each other more than it was that she was trying to keep us together. It was more, you know what I'm saying? The things she said to me would be the different things she said to Jolanda. It would be the different things she said to Olivia.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And it would not be the exact truth, when one of the things that we base our friendship on was truth and honest conversation, right? And I believe that, one of the rifts that happened between me and Olivia was because we didn't have an honest conversation with each other, and we let it go through this one person.
It was a not good riff, but it was so funny.
Right.
you can tell the story. I ain't embarrassed. You can tell the story. Go ahead.
I
You're
don't.
like, "Hey, you're embarrassed." I'm not embarrassed. You can tell the story.
I just remember the fact that, you know what I mean, we were, we were about to go head up. We were about to fight. You know what I mean? Over, and it was really like crazy. I'm like, what are we fighting for? For something else, somebody else said, and that's how it didn't help that alcohol was involved either. But that's another story.
Wasn't
But
that
see,
much
when alcohol's
alcohol.
involved, we do tell the truth more.
Right?
That I will say.
Yeah,
It
that
wasn't even that much alcohol. I don't think we had two good drinks.
but
Little alcohol.
yeah. I don't even know what exactly happened,
I
but
don't either.
you know what I mean? I don't even know how it got to that level. I truly don't. But I know that in that moment, I'm like, I want to fight my best friend. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. And I don't even know what to fight her for. You know? But again, when that final straw that severed the tie with that person and the three of us, it was an honest conversation between Olivia and I.
Mm.
Then we
Yep, we
realized,
had a very honest conversation, all three of us,
yeah,
in that hotel room.
in that
Oh,
hotel,
okay. Okay, I remember now.
yeah,
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
because we were all dumbfounded.
right.
Mm.
When everything was revealed, it was very, like, wow, okay. Maybe we need, what I mean, this is the end of this, Uh, we're gonna let it go. We're gonna let go. We're gonna let God. We're gonna let go. We're gonna let God.
Mm-hmm.
When betrayal to me, it was more of uh, a hurt and a disappointment. And I don't know if that's the characteristics of betrayal. I never, you know what I mean?
That's how you feel when you're betrayed.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, it's a difference. There's different levels to betrayal. Okay. I
Mm,
have been betrayed in any form you can think about being betrayed. It just seems to come. It's okay. That was my past life. We've healed that. Anyway, because this was someone that had heartstrings for me. Um, when this person was harmed mentally and spiritually, I was pregnant at the time, so I couldn't go. But Olivia and Carmen was on their way to the airport to lay
Lord.
hands up on the dude that hurt her.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like this was a sister. This was a heart
Yeah.
hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't even know how long ago it's been, 10, 15 years later. Go ahead,
More.
say how
It's
many
not
years?
that far. It's
Girl,
only
feel
literally
like
been
it's been
7 years.
15 years. Okay.
It's about what? How many years?
7.
That,
Because
Wow.
it was 2018.
You're right, because I was still here. So that's why we would still bring it up now. And that's why it would still hurt a little because that was a hard betrayal. If it's just someone that you knew from work and they caught you at a soft moment, maybe found out a secret about you and told it, that's also a betrayal, but you can get over that.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so you were mean to me, whatever. Okay, boo-hoo. I'm gonna move on. Um, a parent betrayal, that's a hard betrayal. That's something that causes a mother or a father wound. A sibling betraying you. You know, those type of things hurt and affect you. That's why I think that's hopefully I'm understanding that's what you meant, Olivia, when you asked the question about betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good
So the
question.
emotions you are feeling, Carmen, come with that heart betrayal, that hurt of dog. I worked for you. I loved you. I gave to you. I said, heck, I would take I can darn near say a bullet for
But
you. I
mhm,
was about to walk out my house with my family and go lay hands on somebody for you.
I was going
And
to
you
hell.
just said, "Oh, I'm done. I'm
Mhm.
done." That hurts, you know?
And then like the saying goes, you know, hindsight is 2020.
Mm,
That person hurt my heart several times,
most definitely.
and I just like, oh, that's the way she is. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Erica,
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
That's just, you know what I mean? That's the way she is. I'ma still love her. She needs me, you know, she needs me. I want to make sure that I tie her to me. Because it doesn't seem like she's tied to me the way I'm tied to her. So let me tie her more to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so for me, it I think it hurt even, I want to say triple because I hurt for you, Carmen, and I hope for Jolanda. So I hurt for Carmen because this woman was her child's godmother.
God, yeah. Yeah.
She stopped talking to her godchild also. That blew my mind. Like, children should never be involved. I,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I don't care what happens, but you should never involve a child in any dispute that you have. I don't care.
Yeah.
Um, the next for Jolanda was the fact that this was someone she had before us. Like, well,
Well,
before
before
me.
you.
Before me. Well, y'all had each other because of wombness, but before me. And like that was her ride or die at school. That was her ride or die. Like
Eh,
Yolanda brought her in. So
that was
like,
her ride or die, I realized.
but then for me, I made the effort to be her friend once Yolanda left.
Mm,
I
hmm,
made
hmm,
that effort. I made the calls. I made sure I went. Even when I got another job, I made sure I went down to visit her. She never came to visit me.
mm-mm,
She only came twice. Once to go to the Jelly Belly factory, and the other time she went to Jolanda's house, and then I just happened to go to Jolanda's house to see her. That's it. I've always went down there. I would get off the plane, go to her house. I would leave school, go to her house. Like it was always that. But then to come to find out that she said, well, I just used her for a place to stay, or I just used her for this, or I used her for that. I mean, according to her, all three of us just used her and
hmm.
used her up. Jolanda used her to change her clothes.
Girl, we
Carmen
won't get
used
into that.
her to buy stuff for her kids. I
Mm,
used her for a place to stay, to get away. Like it that to me, as much as we tried, like I shared, we all shared deep secrets, like things that we go into the grave with.
Absolutely.
And the fact that you threw it in our faces
Hmm.
was so hurtful,
Hmm.
so demeaning. Like, what was it all about then? Like, why did you could have just said F you back a long time ago to say that, well, y'all are married, y'all have kids, I don't have this, I don't have that, I can't have this. That wasn't our fault. You chose not to get married after the big betrayal. You chose after that that you didn't want to get married. You chose that you didn't want to have kids. You had an opportunity. You had men who wanted to have kids with you. You had men who wanted to marry you. You chose not to take those routes.
You chose to stay in that
In
betrayal. You
in,
chose
in
to.
that betrayal and in that like you wanted to stay stuck in that pain, and we couldn't pull you out. It's hard, and we tried hard, all three of us. We pulled and cried and whatever you would want someone to do to pull you up out of the muck, we did. And every time she slapped our hands, and we
Yeah.
should have known then
hmm.
Yeah, we should have known
that
that.
that
Well,
was the
you stayed
catalyst.
you stayed negative. You did not, no matter what positive thing that we could possibly say to you, you stayed negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was, yeah. That's
Yes.
been That was the second friendship betrayal I had. That was the biggest. The biggest.
Mm, I
Yeah.
just had another one, so hey.
Huh?
I said I just had another one, so hey. Look at
Oh, you
me
did?
winning. Look at me
Wow.
winning.
Girl, okay.
No, it's not like just like now, but
Oh,
just in
okay.
June. You know, you were there.
Oh,
Carmen
okay.
was there.
Oh, I remember. Yes, we know
That
well.
hurt that hurt me a lot. It wasn't as devastating as her, but
Hmm.
that hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I know that, when you all feel deeply about something, like you said, you hurt for me over that one.
mhm.
Hmm.
That I need, what I mean, I choose violence. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Wow. I choose violence. I do. I
I'm on
feel
the
that
same page.
I
that
just let them go.
what I mean, if I can't do it, just like we did with her, we chose violence. We were
Yeah.
on our way to tear it up. Everything in our path that stood in the way of tearing him up, we was going to do it. I was going to jail. She was pregnant. You weren't. I had a 1.5 year old at home, but I
Yeah.
was in jail.
I had just had a miscarriage. I was riding.
Yeah.
I was riding. I called Carmen. I said, I'll meet you at the airport. Let's go.
You guys. And I got to be the voice of reason and say,
She's
but
always the voice of reason.
because look, that no, that that was not necessary because this was back in the day when you could literally walk into O'Hare Airport and be there all day.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have a
And go to the
ticket
gate.
And
and go to the gate. So all they needed to know was the destination that the person was returning from and the day.
yeah.
Yep.
And you could literally sit at the airport all day
Mhm.
And
And
wait.
and wait. So, yeah, I had to say no, but ladies, but girls, but please, no. I can't handle y'all being in jail now. Let's not go down this path. I love you. Oh boy. Okay, because we are getting on a tangent. What's the next
No,
question?
no, no, no. But I mean that's something that we need to talk about. So
Yeah,
now, how do you deal with betrayal now? Because now that you've had a betrayal in your life, how do you deal with other betrayals in your life now?
I told you what I do.
if you let it go. I mean, um I don't care that much.
It hurts less.
Yeah. I don't put that much feeling into things that I used to put much feeling into. So, what I mean? I'm not as open with people as I used to be. I'm still friendly. I'm still outgoing. I'm still the same way, but I am 110% more guarded.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know what I mean, you can't really portray me because I haven't given you anything. You know what I mean? I haven't given of myself to you. I haven't given you that trust to say that you have something to betray me over. So,
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So if you decide that you don't want to be my friend no more, you don't want to be in a relationship or any type more with me, uh, may God be with you until we see each other again. Goodbye.
Mm.
Go with God, Crispy.
No.
I say go to hell. I don't want you to go with God.
No, that's from
I
Sister Act
know.
2.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I know. We know.
I don't wish you any good. I just wish you not to be in my life, and woe is you for not being in my orbit. So,
I am. I just so that's how I deal with it. I don't. I'm guarded, very guarded.
So I agree with Carmen, and Jolanda. I'm too very guarded with people I talk to. I mean, we have to have like some really good energy. We have to really be my energy and my compatibility. I don't know what just happened. Why
You
did my
raised your
hand go
hand.
up?
Raise
I
your
didn't
hand.
even touch the computer.
Your computer agreed with you. Your computer said, Hallelujah.
But
Hallelujah.
I'm definitely less open. I'm very guarded.
Mm,
Um, I don't open up to people. The people who I outside of these two here that I
mhm,
hang out with, very minute circle, like
mhm.
very minute. Um, and those people, I can say that the things that I say, I definitely test them to see if something comes out. I
Mm.
always give everyone a test now to see if it will come back. Um, and if it comes back, then I know you're not trustworthy. Um, but then after that, I just if you don't say anything, then I can move forward with you as far as still telling you anything. These are the only two that I'm gonna tell anything really to. So of
Well,
major importance, like life, death, like they know they can. I know they can handle it, and they can handle me because I am a handful.
oh, you're good.
I'm a handful.
She's a
She
handful.
said I'm good. She said
I
I'm a
agree.
handful. I'm not gonna lie. I do jump off the handle first,
You have to
and
be.
then I calm down
Yeah, okay.
because I will jump into the deep end, swim, and then realize afterwards that that pool had cyanide in it. Instead of looking and saying, "Oh, it's got cyanide in it," maybe I should just walk around the pool to get to where I need to be. So
I
I'm
like
definitely huh?
that description, or is that analogy? I like
Yeah,
that analogy. It's a
yeah.
good one.
So I have definitely calmed down in my in getting more mature in my self-development and things like that. So that's why I say I'm very careful of what I
Mm.
say to people and who I say it to. Um, but like I said, like life definitely
Life was life, huh?
is life. Life is life. All
Well, on
right.
that then, well, okay. I don't just let it go.
That's
So
the thing.
I do let it go. Um, it take a second though. So I still approach people like how Carmen said, I'm so friendly and I'm open and I talk to everybody. I don't do that. I'm the person that's going to sit in the room quietly and watch you. And if I feel that I like what I see, then I will allow you to speak with me and I will speak with you. So it takes me a second, which is why if I am hurt or betrayed, it really strikes me, which is why I say I don't even wish you any good because I didn't just easily talk to you. I didn't easily let you in.
Yep.
Um, but what I've noticed, like this last person who did it, I knew it was coming. I did. I was just trying to figure out when it was coming because she had the same qualities as the other one. It always had to be her way, always talking about herself, always trauma dumping, me, look at me, you know. And at first, it was okay because I knew she needed someone. I have this, I don't want to fix you, but I like to be there for people and help people. It brings me joy to help people, which is why I say, woe for you not being in my orbit because you're missing out on such a big blessing. I love helping people. I love to see you grow. I love to see you happy and successful and thriving. So when you backstab me and I leave, like Olivia said, she'll jump into the pool and realize it has cyanide in it. I'm going to leave and sit back and figure out a way for you to, oops, walk yourself into the pool and die. So, yeah, that's how I deal with it.
And that's true. She don't. I mean, when she done with you, she would. Yeah, she would probably douse you with gasoline and set you on fire and watch you burn.
You won't see me.
Done. Cause you done.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, on that note, let's change it to something a little bit more positive. So, what would be your green flags in a in a friendship?
Hmm. I don't know.
I'm gonna say the first one is I can laugh with them.
Oh,
We could be
laughter.
silly. I can be myself, like wear my my mask to bed and be had photos taken of me. I can fall before I get in the shower and everybody crack up. I can be who I want to be
I can
as they
snore
laugh
very,
at me
very
right now.
loudly
Yeah,
after a night of drinking with my girls.
you co-sign with all of my bull
100%.
and
Yeah.
100%.
Oh
co-sign.
my goodness.
100%.
If
But
I
I'll be, go
accent,
ahead.
you say let's go.
Yeah. I can say I don't have a list of green flags. It just has to be your character while we're in it, because it has to grow. Because, like, when we met, we are so not the same people we were when we met. I think I'm on personality number 7. Who knows? I mean, we're not the same people. We grow, we change. And you know what? Okay, a green flag is that even though we've grown, we changed, and we've mentioned it earlier, we're still here. We can
Hmm.
still laugh. Um, we can get naked in front of each other, and it's okay. We just laugh at, ooh, when I got naked in front of you at 16, that looked a little different. It's okay.
That's something. No.
So yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah. I think for it has to grow and blossom. So I don't have like the red flag. You learn that through experience. Okay, I'm looking for this, and if I see that, okay, I'm going to be a little wary of you. But a green one, as long as we can keep moving and it's okay, and I feel safe. Safety is very important to me. Security is very important. As long as I feel safe, we're good. We're good.
I just need the give and take. I need
Mm,
saying as long as this is ebbing and flowing and it's genuine, it's
mm,
authentic. You know what I'm saying? That's a green flag with me. It's never been there's no force. It just flow. We just vibe. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
That's what it is that I consider, a really green flag for a friendship.
Like I told Carmen yesterday, I
mm.
said, can you please let me know what I need to know before we go inside? Because you know I'm the friend that you can't put on speakerphone.
She sure did say that to me yesterday.
I said,
Where y'all go?
Before I walk in this door, what I need to know about.
Bethany's play.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So
it's like,
I had to ask because I was like, I don't want to say nothing. That's not who we're
'cause
supposed
she's
to
a
be
friend. But like she said, I'm jumping first.
with. Yep. That's why I need clarification
Right.
before it starts.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But yeah,
that
I
I think that's my green flags for sure.
I also think that um I have to feel your appreciation and love for me as much as I want you to feel my appreciation and love for you.
Mm,
Hmm.
mm.
So I want to be wanted, you know?
Oh, sweetie, you gotta want yourself first, so we'll work on that.
I'm like that, because I say I'm number one. So I know I want, but I want to be wanted in this relationship, in this
Oh,
friend.
I see what you mean.
Man. Yeah, I want to be wanted. I don't want to want the relationship more than you
Than
do.
you do. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She said, "Oh yeah."
Hmm.
So,
Go ahead.
based on everything that we talked about so far,
Oh, I lost my dog. Wait a second.
he went around the corner, honey. I watched
Oh,
him go around the
Lord.
corner.
Oh, I hope he, okay. Well, he gone now. Go ahead.
Like literally, he was behind the ball and he walked around the corner.
Okay. Okay.
He was like, "I'm out, mommy. You're talking too
Well,
much."
he can't hear. That's what it is.
Oh,
Um, today, what do you think is the most important thing that aligns us? One thing that each one of us thinks that aligns us together.
Too long. Go first, Carmen. Okay, that's all right. Olivia?
I can go first. I can. I think
Okay.
one thing that aligns the three of us together is maturity and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, each other's kindred spirits.
Okay. Oh, me? Oh, Jolanda said she's gonna go last. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so for me, I think the thing that aligns us in my eyes is that we are willing to do the work um, in the friendship to make sure that it goes in the path. And Carmen said, with our, well, she didn't say, but with like our spirituality is we are going through shifts, and our
Mm-hmm.
kids are out of the house, and Carmen's last baby will be out the house. Like we all are going through these things together. So making sure that we stay on that path together.
That's so beautiful.
Oh Lord.
Nothing negative. Gosh.
Okay.
I would say love and loyalty.
Okay.
Um, Love because I have a deep love for you guys. My mother and I have gotten into many a fight, and not a like real fight, just like, would you stop saying that? I'm an only child. Because she'll say, well, have you heard from your sisters? Like, mommy, I don't have no sisters unless you and my father got some stuff going on I know nothing about. I had no sisters. And she still to this day, she says, well, have you talked to your sisters? Have you talked to your sisters? Carmen is my cousin by blood. She calls her my sister. Olivia is my buddy and friend. She calls her my sister. So we have definitely a different type of relationship. And um, that's the love part. The loyalty, even though I'm going to say we're in three different states. Actually, Carmen and Olivia both live in Illinois, but one is on the Wisconsin border, one is on the Indiana border. If you know anything about how wide Illinois is, that's a good distance. I'm in Georgia. So even with that, I know if my mom, who also lives in Illinois, needs anything at any time, I don't have to worry about it. Olivia's there, Carmen's there. Um, if they need me, I'm there, vice versa. And so that love and loyalty is very important to me. And I don't give my love and loyalty lightly to many. So, yeah, that's my answer.
I like that.
Thank
All
you.
right. So I told them I had some surprise questions that they don't know about. So we're gonna see how this goes. So, what in friendship do you need either self-forgiveness or you need to forgive of others? So I'll go first. Okay. So for me in friendship, and I can even say this friendship, one of the things that I had to forgive myself is um, staying quiet when I had feelings that I needed to share. Um, and that goes back to the honest communication, because sometimes I felt like if I was honest about certain things, that I wasn't going to be liked.
Mm,
So that's one. Um, but I have forgiven myself about that. But that was one of the things that I needed to forgive myself about. And to forgive
mm,
others, I think for me, and it's just in friendships in general. It wouldn't be specific to this friendship. But in friendship in general, what I need to forgive is the lack of trust
Mm.
that some people have. I have to forgive them for where they're at when it comes to their lack of trust.
You mean lack of trust in general, lack of trust in you, lack of trust in,
A
I
lot
don't
of a lot of
understand.
people don't trust people. So,
Oh,
and I
Mhm.
know I'm a loyal person. So, and I get hit with that because they don't trust people. And I'm like, I'm not that person. Like, give
mm,
me a chance.
Mhm.
Or, I mean, when you tell me things, I always be like, but I'm here. I say it all the
girl,
time.
I'd be like, girl, I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking.
And as I said,
Yeah.
that's a thing that I mean, that forgiveness of. I need to
Okay.
forgive those who do have that in them because it's not something I did to them, and it's not something that they right now have to work through. So I have to forgive them for where they're at, or accept them for where they're at.
Accept them.
Mhm.
You can't
Except,
forgive them because they didn't do anything
Accept
wrong.
them,
yeah,
accept them for where they're at.
yeah. Mhm.
Hmm.
I could think, okay, I'll say what I had to forgive myself for is um being afraid of being me, of putting up a facade all the time
Mhm.
and not showing people really who I am, being afraid
Mm,
of being my genuine self. And what I had to forgive in others is not including me,
mm,
feeling left of center, being a
mm,
friend but not being a friend.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, allowing myself to be a friend du jour, I should say. You know what I'm saying? So and that really had anything to do with me, but with the other person. So I have,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I really had to forgive them for not including me. It had nothing to do with, I mean, really had nothing to do with me.
Hmm.
Mhm.
These are new things I didn't know. Okay. So, um, what I don't have to forgive other people for anything because it was all me centric. So I can't fault you for loving me or being a friend to me the best way you knew how. That's all you knew. I have to forgive myself for expectations that I set, which sometimes can be unrealistic to people because they have dramas and traumas that I don't know anything about. So they can't love me or be there for me the way I want. Um, I'm going to actually, they have no idea I'm going to say this. So I was irritated with Olivia today.
Mhm. I do that.
Oh, I was so pissed at you. But I said, I got to let it go because Olivia did not call me back yesterday when I called her. And it's not that she didn't call me back. It's the fact that she said she was going to call me back. I be telling people, don't tell me you're going to do something and don't do it. I'd rather you just be like, okay, bye. So she didn't call me back. So I was irritated. Now, I can't get mad at Olivia because Olivia didn't call me back if she has some stuff going on. I never asked. I just went straight to how dare you not call me back? You on your way to Carmen's house. You gonna hang out with Carmen, but you can't call me back. And then you didn't call me back on your 2 hour drive home. So you didn't want to talk to me. So I don't got nothing to say to you. That's all me. I don't know what the heck was going on with Olivia. I don't know. I never even inquired. I just went straight to I'm irritated. So that's why I say I have to just work on my perceptions um, because of the hurts I've gone through in the past that you guys may not know anything about. I don't have a need to be chosen, but I need you to say do what you say. However, if you don't know that, how can I hold you accountable for it? you know? So that's the thing I need to work on is forgiving myself and for putting unrealistic expectations on people, really without even setting a parameter so that they know that they under this microscope.
Mhm.
You have no idea that I'm looking for that from you. But if you don't do it, ooh, woe is you. So that's mine.
And that goes into the next thing, which is what boundaries do we need in our friendship?
At this point, I don't think we need any. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really not
Mhm.
trying to be funny.
Me neither. Why do we need them? We have set up. We have worked so hard at this relationship that, and we've woven ourselves into almost every aspect of each other's lives.
Mm,
What boundary?
yeah.
I'm just asking.
No, it's an amazing question.
Is a question.
Just for this relationship, I have no boundaries with you guys. I
Right.
will do and say and tell you and show you anything. I
Exactly.
mean, Olivia knows she done called me over to look at stuff. And I'd be like, girl, come, I'm on my way. Come, let me see it. Come on. It's okay. You know,
Exactly.
it's we're at a different stage. We are 30 plus years in. So we don't have boundaries. New relationships, I have boundaries, but I'm so like Carmen will walk into a room and strike up a conversation with anybody. She will. She will strike up a conversation with anybody. I'm not doing that. So I'm very closed off for new people. So I have a lot of boundaries for new people. But for you guys, no boundaries. You
Yeah.
can tell me anything. Even if I disagree with you and I'm mad at you, I'd rather you be honest.
And setting boundaries is a new thing for me because
Yeah.
I did not uh set
Yeah.
boundaries in my other relationships. Um and it has cost me a lot of mental and sometimes physical anguish.
And financial too, girl.
So, hardships because I didn't set those boundaries. And I didn't set them out of guilt or
Mhm.
I was guilted. Let's put it like that. I was
Mhm.
guilted into not setting those boundaries. Um, because I've had some major medical issues that happen in my life, it has caused me not to care any longer and to set those boundaries and be like, nobody should put that on me. I had to learn that. So setting boundaries is a new thing for me.
Mhm.
And those people in my life that are, who I love dearly and who love me, um, it hurt them when I started setting those boundaries.
Always hurts.
Mm.
But they came out on the other side of it pretty damn good. So it makes me wonder how the hell I didn't do why the hell didn't I do this earlier?
Early.
You know what I'm saying? Why didn't I do that?
Yeah. What about you, Olivia Michelle Clark Brothers?
Oh, she put your whole.
My whole government name. What if I was hiding from the police? You done gave me all up.
I'm the editor. I'll cut it out.
Okay. I'm not hiding from the police, just so you know. Um,
That's the CIA.
okay. Boundaries for me and our friendship. Mm, mm-mm. I mean, I tell you guys everything, so
So I said, I don't think we have boundaries between the three of us
Uh,
at this point.
but
Mm-mm.
boundaries for any friendship, one of my boundaries is um don't lie to me. Like
Mm.
I'm always gonna ride. If I truly am your friend and I truly like you, I'm gonna ride. Don't
Mhm.
lie to me to have me ride.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Oh,
tell me
wow.
the story because you know I'm gonna ride. Just to be like, yo, girl, I need you to come because this is about to happen and I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, okay, I'll come. But don't tell me what, ooh, so ha, 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 ha. And I'm just like, really? Let me get my Vaseline. No, not get my Vaseline. But I'm ready to jump in the pool, you know? And no, I think that's one of the things. So like let me know. And then also too, let me know when you don't want to be friends no more. Like that's one of the things. Like I need you to just be honest. Yo, I'm not in a place where I can have a friendship with you right now. Either you're too much or I'm too much. Like just make it plain. Like I don't need you to try to drag it on. Like Carmen said before, like I'm calling you or I'm texting you trying to see like
Mm.
you not my man. I'm not chasing my man, so I'm definitely not chasing yo. But so what is it? Like, let me know. So yeah, that's
That's
definitely a
good.
boundary. And my other boundary is don't be blowing me up. Like they already know
Blow
I'm a
you
bad
up.
texter, but I do make sure I call on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
So that is my thing. Like I put it on the schedule. I'm calling on Mondays.
Mm.
That's it. Now, any other time of the week, yeah. If I'm not asleep, I can catch it. But like, let me know. But don't be blowing me up or don't be having me chase you down to be your friend. Like if that's the case, we don't need to be friends. Like if I'm not gonna chase my kids or a man, I'm not chasing you. So those
Mm.
would be my two boundaries.
Oh, I guess so. I guess I'll have to talk about that. I don't know. I can't think of no boundaries. I'm still in the I don't trust people right now. So I guess that's my boundary. You gotta,
That's not a boundary, that's a
Earn their
wall.
trust.
it's a big old wall, but it's because I've been hurt. I've been hurt when I let people in, and I don't wish to be hurt. So I just protect my heart. I'm still there for you, but
Yeah. You don't
I always have a way out.
you don't invest yourself like you would have in the past.
No.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't give like I used to give. I used to give it all, and that was detrimental to me.
So
That was detrimental to me. So,
I'm glad though that this conversation has happened because I learned some things that I did not
mm,
know
Yeah.
about you two.
mm,
And I hope you guys learned something about me while we
mm,
were on this talk. I do want to leave our listeners or those people who are watching us on YouTube and those who are going to be listening to us on our podcast. I want to leave them with something, and I want to also leave you guys with something, and I hope this resonates with you. It's a mantra that I decided to put together while I was going through the questions for today. And I really thought that this was like something that really touched my heart. I attract, nurture, and honor friendships that are rooted in love, authenticity, and mutual respect. I release what no longer serves my soul with grace and gratitude. I trust that friendships meant for me will always grow with me. And with that said, thanks for listening to Beyond the First Chapter with Olivia, Jolanda, and Carmen. Bye.